the faces of our future.
It makes you go to college and it helps you be a better reader.
Young children with hopes and dreams.
Not one of them in memory has ever said, I want to be a drug addict. I'd like to be a high school dropout.
But that happens too often when young children don't learn to read.
We're all in this to see our children succeed because they're going to run our world.
Tonight, a chance for you to make Memphis a better place to live.
You got to believe that I can make a difference.
A difference that can last for decades. Simply donate a book or volunteer an hour of time to help children learn to read.
Because to teach is a call, and we are called to this mission for a lifetime.
This is Memphis on a Mission, Team Read. And this is a call for action. We need your help to put students on the path to success. I'm Markova Reed.
And I'm Stephanie Skurlock. Take a look at the numbers behind us. 2/3 of kids who can't read at grade level by 3rd grade end up in prison or on welfare. You can help stop that by studying sight words with 2nd graders.
These are examples of some of them. And as you can see, a lot of them are basic words and pretty easy to help kids identify.
They're broken into groups of 100 and gradually get tougher. Educators say these key words will unlock a better future for our children and city.
You're going to hear a lot tonight, but it's all important. 40 schools need volunteers, and we're looking for 1,000 of you to sign up. We also need 10,000 books donated. Click Team Read on WREG.com or go to teamreadmemphis.org to check out how to sign up. The schools where you can volunteer and to directly donate books.
There's a common saying in education, from kindergarten to 3rd grade, children are learning to read. From 3rd grade and beyond, children are reading to learn. Kids who miss out on that basic foundation can't build toward a positive future. The good news is we have the power to change that. WREG's Zanetta Lowe explains how it works and the way you can make a difference by joining Team Read.
Teacher, Miss Value Swamp.
She loves to read. She's excited about learning.
And she...
7-year-old Aubrey Malone is a 2nd grader at Winchester Elementary.
Something happened.
Her mom, Rakita, says she's a bright student with a bold personality who takes the same approach towards school.
That's just a part of who she is. It's never pressure getting her to do homework or reading or anything. She just loves that.
Good job. Good job.
Aubrey's teacher is Denise Wilson.
Anytime that you can excite a child, you've won that child over. Line, dot, S.
Miss Wilson uses all sorts of techniques to keep the kids pumped up, especially about reading.
We make it fun where our games are even our sight words.
Think of sight words as the building blocks for the foundation of reading.
These are words that they have to know the minute they see it what it is.
Words like and, you, that. Ideally, students learn the first 300 sight words by 3rd grade, a critical step toward becoming a fluent reader.
The first 300 words on the sight word list represents 65% of all written text.
And SCS's Dr. Cynthia Alexander Mitchell says the implications extend far beyond the classroom.
Even some states base the number of prison beds on the level of efficiency for 3rd grade.
Roughly 7 out of 10 SCS 3rd graders can't read on grade level.
You have students that enter school at different levels.
Okay, guys, let's read. Ready? Go.
Getting those students on track requires extra help. That's how Team Read was born.
Team Read was actually an invention of a teacher and a principal in Legacy Memphis City Schools. They had a group of volunteers from a church who really wanted to help.
I went a brother.
Team Read uses coaches to tutor students who need additional help learning sight words. This year, News Channel 3 is teaming up with SCS to recruit 1,000 volunteers and collect 10,000 books. The books are geared towards students in pre-K through 7th grade. Titles you'll recognize, like the Dr. Seuss series, Junie B. Jones, and Goosebumps.
The child has a tutor, has a connection, has resources, so now you have ongoing wraparound support.
Once volunteers sign up for the program, they'll go through training, be matched up with a school of their choice, then spend 1 hour a week inside the school helping 2 children.
This is one-on-one. An hour power.
Awesome. Is this the best class?
Flora Childers is the principal at Winchester Elementary, one of 40 Team Read schools. Volunteers who commit to helping students at schools like Winchester work with 2 students for 30 minutes each. So 1,000 coaches equals tutoring for 2,000 kids.
I've seen it make a difference. My children that have had tutors in the past, they went from struggling students to striving students to achieving students.
They whispered and giggled.
Now, all we need is help from you to make that difference, the kind of difference that could leave a lasting impact.
I don't know if I'm talking to the next mayor or the next governor or even the next president.
I'm gonna do my work, get an E in conduct, and come home with a good grade.
Because it's clear children fortunate enough to have support experience success much sooner.
She makes me so proud.
Success that benefits our entire community. Zanetta Lowe, WREG, News Channel 3.
If a child can't read, a child can't succeed. It often leads to a life of crime or poverty. WREG and Shelby County Schools are trying to stop that from happening to children like 8-year-old Adis Shibaru. He's one of the hundreds of success stories across the county. WREG's Alex Coleman introduces you to the little boy and how Team Read changed his life.
In elementary school, 2nd grade can be a critical year in student development. By 3rd grade, if a student isn't reading proficiently, he or she can fall behind, becoming discouraged. It's why stakeholders from family to educators and even students themselves say Team Read can make a difference.
Treadwell Elementary School, home of the Soaring Eagles. When it comes to learning and reading, the motto at this school could be, never judge a book by its cover.
What's the name of this book?
The day the crayons came home.
Or in this case, never judge students like 3rd grader Adis Shibaru until you get to know them and watch them learn and listen to every word they read.
One day, Duncan and his crayons were happily coloring together when a strange stack of postcards arrived from him in the mail.
You may have noticed Adis is a quiet, soft-spoken 8-year-old, but his ability to learn to read in both English and Spanish speaks volumes.
Encontró un montón de cartas con su nombre.
Adis is in Treadwell's dual language immersion optional program where he learns in both English and Spanish. His mom, Jennifer, credits his transformation in the classroom to Team Read.
Team Read is really an amazing program that we have in Memphis to help kids learn how to read.
Morgan Schrader is a dual immersion English and Spanish teacher at Treadwell. No matter the language read, it translates into Adis becoming a better student.
So I've seen him, just in the time I've known him, learn to assert himself when he wants to, and share what he has to say, and even learning to verbalize his thinking.
It's an investment in students that's already getting promising results for students.
Our district just released our scores for the SAT-10 test, and that's the Stanford Achievement Test. And looking at our 2nd grade scores this year, we have made significant gains. We're actually the highest elementary school in our zone for reading in the SAT-10, which is directly impacting our 2nd grade students.
And neon red crayon.
Jennifer and Adis got a first-hand look at how much it helps.
He came home and told me a story about his Team Read tutor.
And she said that when I grow up, you can be a scientist.
Perhaps one day Adis will be a scientist, an artist, or whatever he wants because he's getting the tools to succeed. But right now his mind is focused on reading another book. This one is called In the Time of Nights. Adis is showing you should never judge a book by its cover or a student when helped by Team Read volunteers.
I can be what I want to be.
In Highland Heights, Alex Coleman, WREG-TV, News Channel 3.
Every team needs a good coach. Team Read is no different. Volunteers are called coaches, and they're the backbone of the program. I found out oftentimes the volunteers get as much out of this program as the kids.
So if you are concerned about the crime rate, this is where you start. This is where you start.
Volunteer Jackie Flom is convinced her 1 hour a week spent inside of a Shelby County school is an investment in the future of her community.
If you took the K away, it would be now.
All we're really asking for is 1 hour a week. And are you telling me that the children in Shelby County are not worth 1 hour of your time?
Flom started Team Read 5 years ago with her church members at Germantown United Methodist, focused at first on one school. After seeing the success, it's now in schools across the district. And Team Read needs more volunteer coaches.
What keeps the coaches coming back are the kids. They just fall in love with the kids.
He can throw the ball far.
The kids are what drew retired teacher Etta Harris back to the classroom as a volunteer.
It is very rewarding and gratifying to go back into those school systems, to go back into the schools and to work with the children. And the very most important part is that I don't have to stay all day long.
Team Read coaches give just 1 hour a week, 30 minutes to 2 students. Harris is challenging fellow retired educators to answer the call for help. She's convinced kids who read better do better, not only in school, but in life.
Because if we're going to be a better communities, we have got to start with our elementary children.
The process to become a volunteer is simple. There's a training session, you get fingerprinted, have a background checked. Beyond that, if you can use a flashcard, do a word game, or play bingo, you can be a Team Read coach.
Come on, we're going to start off with our first row.
And
Volunteer Owen Dixon spent a year working with 7-year-old Antoine Benson.
The first 100 words that we did right here on this sheet, he really didn't know them all. And now to see him recite each one of them means that something is happening. And I don't think it's because of me. I think it's a team effort. All right, good job. Man, I'm proud of you. So,
Dixon's a youth pastor at New Direction Church. He walks across the street to Windridge Elementary during his lunch break.
So they need to see more role models. Just spending 30 minutes with a child means so much. And my philosophy is the more education they get, the closer they are to wealth.
Wheel up, other.
Antoine was excited to show Dixon he remembered the words he learned over summer break. He's in 3rd grade now and is well on his way to reading on grade level.
You gotta listen to them, and you gotta ask them if you don't know a word. They can just tell you, like if it's like a hard word.
The one-on-one time spent with the Team Read coach is one of the most anticipated days of the week for some of these 2nd graders and coaches. It's 30 minutes focused solely on them and learning the fundamentals of reading.
When I get there, they see me, then they're ready to jump up to see who's going to come first. These are the fry words.
Volunteer coaches are convinced Team Read will benefit all of us, whether we have children or not. They say the rewards of watching it happen are immeasurable.
To see that little light bulb go off and to see a child who hasn't done anything suddenly go, it's a special moment.
Well, if you want to volunteer, the deadline to sign up is Tuesday, August 23rd in Markova. I'm excited about volunteering. You know, it's a chance to make a difference in a young person's life, and it doesn't take much time.
It doesn't take much time, and I'm really excited because I'm actually going to volunteer at an elementary school that I attended. So it is going to be easy to do, and I'm so excited having an opportunity to see some of the kids already. I know this is going to be a great plan for students and us.
I volunteer because I want children to develop a love of reading. Reading changes lives.
I'm volunteering because it's time to stop talking and start doing. We need to change Memphis.
If I can get a kid to read a book and be our next lawyer, our next TV producer, or our next doctor, why not?
I'm volunteering for Team Read because reading is the first step to success.
I'm volunteering for Team Read because Memphis matters to me.
I'm helping out with Team Read because learning to read is the ultimate building block. Kids who learn to read can learn to do anything at all in life.
You've heard it before. Our children are our future. If you want to make the future better, you invest in the future. That's why I'm volunteering. Where are you volunteering?
Memphis on a Mission special Team Read is sponsored by YMCA, the Great American Home Store, Wolf Chase Honda and Nissan, and the Pink Palace.
This year, the YMCA of Memphis and the Mid-South wants to make sure every student has the chance to get the most out of their education. Join the Y in August and pay no joining fee when you donate a backpack or school supplies. With 10 area locations and no contracts, joining the Y is easier than ever.
Our Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines Gallery at the Great American Home Store has been our most successful introduction ever. And we're celebrating our grand opening with $7,000 in shopping sprees to 7 lucky winners with a top prize of $2,500 of beautiful Magnolia Home furnishings. Come in and register this weekend at either Great American location, and maybe you'll be one of the 7 lucky winners of this exciting collection for your home. Only at the Great American Home Store.
There's no place like home.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready for Wolf Chase Honda?
We know you're ready. Clearance time is here. Time to get the Honda you love at the biggest savings of the year. Drive away in a new 2016 Honda Accord or new Honda CR-V, just $119 a month. Or drive away in a new Honda Civic, just $97 a month. And for a limited time, 0.9% financing up to 60 months. Now is the moment to get the Honda you love and the clearance price. WolfChaseHonda.com.
Dinosaurs vanished from the Earth millions of years ago. Or did they? Actually, dinosaurs are all around us. We just call them birds. Many of the traits we associate with birds, like feathers, wings, and nests, can be traced all the way back to dinosaurs like velociraptors and pteranodons. Visit our new exhibit, Scenes of the Dinosaurs, at the Pink Palace Museum, and never look at a pigeon the same way again. Now on exhibit.
This year, the YMCA of Memphis and the Mid-South wants to make sure every student has the chance to get the most out of their education. Join the Y in August and pay no joining fee when you donate a backpack or school supplies. With 10 area locations and no contracts, joining the Y is easier than ever.
$10,000 books is the goal we need to make Memphis on a Mission Team Read a success.
Shelby County Schools says they're just as important as the volunteers.
The best part and the most impactful part about this partnership with Channel 3 is the inclusion of the books.
You can drop them off at any Memphis City Library.
The school district is encouraging drop-offs at the Central Library on Poplar,
the Cordova branch on Trinity Road,
East Shelby on East Shelby Drive,
the Poplar White Station branch on Poplar,
in Raleigh on Powers Road,
and finally on Mill Branch Road in Whitehaven.
Click on Team Read on WREG.com or go to teamreadmemphis.org for all locations and preferred books. Students who are not reading on grade level by 3rd grade risk falling behind and never catching up.
Well, if a student can't read, they're less likely to participate in class. That lack of participation often leads to boredom and disciplinary problems. Volunteers and books can equal success. Team Read aims to level the playing field for students, giving each child a chance to take full advantage of the classroom experience.
Who can tell me what is a complete sentence?
Tanina Holman is a 2nd grade teacher at Bruce Elementary. She sees firsthand how Team Read impacts her students' performance and attitudes.
We do read-alouds a lot in my classroom, and before I would see students kind of shy away from read-alouds. I would see students waiting on their turn and, kind of shying away from the reading. But now they're more confident.
That's good. First, Henry was sad. That's a good one.
Holman says students start learning to read in pre-K and kindergarten. By the time they're in her classroom, the kids should recognize hundreds of sight words.
These are letters, these are words, these words are in a sentence. These letters, they make sounds. They make sounds that produce these words. So they're building that together with phonics.
Okay, who's going to read first? You are? Okay, come on, read for me.
Mastering sight words is the focus of Team Read. When Crystal Albert Tate ends her workday in the school cafeteria, she's a Team Read volunteer.
I love to help kids.
Some students need one-on-one help a teacher in the classroom simply can't offer. That's where volunteers like Crystal make the difference.
We're seeing more students become more fluent readers. They enjoy reading now that they understand what these words are, what they mean. Now they enjoy reading, and they have a passion for it.
A child's reading skills in 2nd and 3rd grade set the stage for their academic future.
And once they get to third grade, they're tested basically on reading and writing, and comprehension. So if you're not reading with fluency, there's no way that you're going to get that comprehension piece that's very vital for third grade.
That's because third grade is when students are transitioning from learning to read to reading to learn. It becomes more challenging to keep their focus in the classroom if a student's reading skills are lacking. Once students are able to follow along in class with their peers, the learning experience improves. So does behavior.
Now they can connect what they're reading to real life situations, where at first, hey, I can't even read these basic sight words. I don't even understand what this means, let alone I can't relate it. I can't relate it to anything that I'm doing in real life.
Children in Shelby County schools are struggling to read. Students who aren't reading at grade level by third grade are 4 times more likely to leave school without graduating.
Yes, my staff is awesome. Yes, my scholars are great. However, we sometimes need that additional push from our community members to do the work.
Team Read is the push the district needs. Principal Moss says students who are not reading proficiently in 2nd and 3rd grades will also have trouble with mandatory standardized testing.
They're having to read complex texts and answer text-dependent questions and navigate through that system. And if students are not reading on grade level, then they're going to struggle.
It's a small time commitment, just 1 hour a week, but the yields are huge for students and our community.
This Team Read program is giving our students an even playing field where they're going to be getting the help that they need so they can go in the classrooms, they can navigate, they can participate, they can be engaged in the curriculum, in the content, in the lesson, so they can be successful.
Outside, I like to play.
And simply put, success in the classroom is next to impossible when students can't read proficiently.
We always talk about the achievement gap. The achievement gap is a literacy gap.
Team Read is closing that gap. It's giving students the tools and confidence they need to read their way to a brighter future.
So once they see other people outside of the school and in the community value their education, they want to value it as well.
That's why we're asking you to be a part of the team. Team Read.
If there was ever an important relationship, it's the one between a teacher and a parent. Those two are the most critical pieces in a student's learning. That's why it's crucial that teachers and parents be on the same page, working together. WREG's April Thompson looks at that important element in Team Read's success.
Being able to read and comprehend what's in these won't work if what's stressed here is not reinforced at home. And that's where parents and teachers have to work together.
He's really good, and he's at the level where you can give him, challenge him.
If communication is key, none is more important than that between a teacher and a parent.
If he misses any of those words, those are the words that will be recorded on the index card so that you can practice them at home.
Third-year Team Read teacher Sherry Bridgeforth says making sure her 2nd grade students are soaking up all the learning they need starts with making sure their parents get it.
I think them understanding where their child is crucial for them to be able to help.
It's why Kenneth Hill is at Dunbar Elementary as often as he can be, volunteering with Team Read and checking on his grandson, Latarian's progress in the program.
What is he doing? Tell us what he's doing.
The 8-year-old started out reading about 50 words, but after Team Read,
Separate, break, uncle, hunting, flow.
His teacher said that he was reading 100 words a minute, and I was very enlightened and surprised that he had such understanding as to being able to articulate words as he was taught.
Teachers say for parents and grandparents to play a role is icing on the cake.
Because to see those familiar faces and like, oh, my mom is up here, or my aunt or cousin or someone is up here also, participating and seeing me, it just adds an extra, bonus to it.
And she is on to something. Even the National PTA is now pushing family reading.
That's the secret.
The National PTA says when families are involved in their children's learning, both at home and at school, their children do better. But it's not just involvement, it's specific involvement. A 2002 study found the more parents advocate and support their children's progress, the longer the kids stay in school and the better they do. Parents can do that by
by finding out what their children are expected to know and reinforcing it at home, teaching their children the importance of education, and sending their kids to school ready to learn every day.
Learning can't stop at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It has to be continual.
Dr. Mary Ransdell teaches future teachers at the University of Memphis School of Education. She says parents can engage students by simply talking with them about their day and getting them to express their thoughts, all which opens up critical thinking. And it's never too early. Those first words that lead to learning and reading are crucial.
To create and to show learning in a variety of ways is extremely helpful for the kids. Waiting until kindergarten is late. Is very late.
Schools also play a part, removing barriers for parental involvement and sharing decision-making with parents.
I really enjoy this new method of teaching.
As part of Team Read, index cards with challenging words are sent home to parents so they know what their children are struggling with and can help them with those words at home.
With our time constraints, we have, so many components to cover, and just to have someone to back up and to reinforce what we're doing in the classroom, it's been really, critical and helpful.
Parents and teachers on the same team, rooting for their star player, the student.
Now, what's the name of this book?
Cat in the Hat.
Now, who is this?
The Cat in the Hat.
The Cat in the Hat.
April Thompson, WREG News Channel 3.
Well, Team Read can bring change to Memphis for generations. One more time, here's how you can help. We need 1,000 volunteers to help children study, memorize, and learn sight words.
Those students need 10,000 books to help them succeed. They can be new or used.
And it is so easy to help. Click on Team Read on WREG.com or go to teamreadmemphis.org. There are links to sign up, donate books, or money to buy books.
We're volunteering and donating books. We hope you will too. You need to sign up to volunteer by Tuesday, August 23rd. You can donate books anytime.
Thanks for watching Memphis on a Mission. Team Read. We'll see you tomorrow morning on Daybreak starting at 4:30.